Hello, welcome back to Menace. We played this a little while ago in the demo version. Now it's time for the early access. We have in early access we have some campaign. I believe some biomes. Well, not everything, but uh, we can get some real glimpse on what the game will be about. Some people already are claiming it will be an XCOM killer. I highly doubt it because it's not like XCOM. There are many things different. You don't have the research thingy. Just go from mission to mission, from campaign to campaign, gaining reputation with the locals, progressing probably some story, which I don't know anything about, and that's it. It will definitely not be an XCOM player, but a nice addition to the turn-based strategy series. So yeah, let's hop into it. Go on the expert already. I don't care. This is early access. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. So yeah, let's get going.
Straight into detect. Straight detect. Straight into detect.
If he is all we have left, then he is all we have left. Bring him in. Major, I am First Lieutenant Hayflick, Lead Intelligence Officer for the Wayback Mission. To be blunt, the Impetus suffered a distracting accident coming out of the gate. Survivors are in the minority. You, Major, are now the acting commander for the mission. A seltzer and easing tablet are on the table if you need it.
I was expecting a General Crozier. But your little secretary has already informed me you experienced a bit of a hiccup. Coming through the warp. The entire command staff killed, was it? Condolences. But as terrible as your losses might be, I wish to remind you that your residence here did not come cheap for me either. Your expense has been in lives, mine in political capital. About time you core welders almost made even on your trades. If I may give you one recommendation, TCRN Marine, do try and make good with the neighborhood. But while you learn to dance with these factions and fools, be sure not to step on too many toes. We are not your beloved core worlds. There are only so many mistakes one can make in a system, absent of second chances. But, you know, welcome to the way back. End of line.
Apologies, Major. The comms team is new and was unaware of alert procedures before patching someone through. However, that was indeed Field Marshal Zama, leader of the planetary Jingwei. We are not to interfere with their operations. More on the relationship between the core worlds and the Wayback can be found in the Impedia. For now, let's get you acquainted with the strategic map.
Right, and right off the bat, we are into the troop selection. I believe you already may remember some of the characters from the demo. There'll be Darby, Lim, Riwa, and probably Pike. And we have new characters like Bog, Garda, Helios, and Tech. So yeah, we can only pick 4 starting squad leaders. And they all are different. Like for example, Reva is a we all know is driver, same is Bog, and same is Achilles. Each one has their unique abilities and come with all sorts of different perks for level ups. So yeah, what you choose is what you have to work with.
Eyes open.
They all have different stats and they have a supply cost to use, as we saw in the demo, that we are limited by supply cost of what we can deploy on the ground. Each of the squad leaders has also something called as growth potential. That means the better the number, the faster they will improve their stats, I believe. And the growth potential of 10 is the maximum value. So yeah, you may want, for example, to spend some perks to increase that value, like for example, Nutrix that increases growth potential by 3. But on the other hand, I tend to know that most of those perks are sort of fool's gold, because once you are level up to the max, well, there is no point of having this perk, right? You can just waste the opportunity to have something better. So yeah, first we have, let's take a look at the our leaders. First we have Darby. She is from 1/3 Recon, Black Sleeves. She's very accurate, so yeah, as says, she's mostly a scout sniper role. He is quite expensive in the supply cost. And what does it have? Darby's attacks disable enemy special weapons for 1 turn. That's quite good skill. Then we have Lim. His stats are pretty bad, but he has a very good growth potential of 7, and he is sort of semi-cheap in supply cost, and his skill is 40% discount to promotions, so he can level up quite quickly when it comes in perks. And he is one of those mobile infantry, so he can have a skill somewhere that can allow him to enter and exit vehicles. Mobile infantry at reduced cost, so pack him into a vehicle, get him close to the action, and then tear up the enemies up close and personal. Next we have Pike, which is average in stats, but his main ability is, I believe, to give someone other a 40 AP, so he can be sort of in the back with the lowest amounts of equipment, and you can then boost someone else, and he will do the things you're supposed to do. Like we have Bog, an old dog, cheap to deploy. His skill is jury rigging. Removes the vehicle's most severe defect. If there are 2 or more equal level defects, it will randomly fix one of them. So yeah, this is just in case you screw up or enemy gets ultra mega lucky shot on your vehicle. But technically you can have vehicles early game might be game changers. They might help quickly win the battles because their vehicles require uh, big guns to be broken down. But as we start, we will not have a repair bay for repairing the damage.
What?
Then we have Eva. She's very expensive with solid stats, and her skill is more accuracy and discipline for each enemy unit destroyed. Stack up to 5 times. So yeah, if you take her, you are sort of trying to force her to do the most of the killings, and killings matter because once you start getting those kills in great numbers, your soldiers start getting positive bonuses.
Sir?
And next we have Karda. I think I noticed that she's very, very, very liked by the people that played, that got pre-early access to the early access, right? She has terrible stats, I think the lowest of them all, but she has extreme and the highest growth potential. And her unique skill is that she begins with negative accuracy and discipline, but she gets 5% bonus to each turn, each round. So eventually she will be as good as anyone else. And she's extremely, extremely cheap. Then you have Tech, which is sort of a heavy weapons guy. I do believe we had a heavy weapons woman in the demo, but I believe since she isn't here, that must be a commander or squad leader that you recruit during your campaigns, because yeah, you can recruit new squad leaders during your campaign. So yeah, what his stats are also average. He has poor growth potential, and what his stick. Most special weapons can be used without deploying, especially large weapons will still have to be deployed. The human body can only do so much. So yeah, you can, for example, use RPGs or machine guns without deployment, except probably ultra heavy weapons. And then we have Achilles, the best driver technically, very expensive in deployment. However, uh, I believe no one likes his skill because he gets more action points the more damaged his vehicle is, and technically no one wants to be damaged because the higher the risk of then losing a vehicle. So I was thinking about um,
Eyes open.
selecting
Nox has landed.
Darby,
My eyes see
Lim,
everything.
Time you got me in there,
Sir?
Major.
Garda,
I
and
was
I'm
wondering
in
when
toss
I'd
up
get my
between
shot.
Bok and Riva.
Yeah.
Uh,
What?
Yeah.
Considering we use Riva in the demo, I
Yeah.
might go with Bog. So you have one expensive troop and squad, one semi expensive,
Sir?
and two
Yeah. All
very
right.
cheap squads.
Where you lead me?
Welcome to the Wayback Major. After a century of being cut off from the Cold Wars, it's time to bring the system back into the fold. The planetary Jingwei, our host and the local governing authority, has lost its iron grip over the system, providing us with a unique opportunity. Our mission: build relations with the local factions, keep an eye on the planetary Jingwei, and secure control over the system for the Terran Congressional Republic. That's the TCR. Yeah. And we have all sorts of nice little things here.
Major, Intel has something for you.
Major per TCR reunification H&M protocol and selected Marines have been deployed on community outreach initiatives. Of course, we can always countermand those orders if needed be. Major, however, as part of the Wayback Mission, Clause 9 of the Expeditionary Force Act has been activated, opening our roster to reinforcement outside of normal PCR guidelines. These are individuals assessed to be SL status worthy.
Service is always an act of valor, Major.
The question of hiring waybackers versus retrieving our Marines is one I leave to you, Major. SLs or squad leaders can be found via purchasing intern dossiers in the black market.
The black market is run by a man simply known as Manadar the Monitor. You make an agreement, and he arranges the pickups. Ordinarily, it would be unacceptable for a TCR vassal to conduct such business. But given the state of the Impetus, we will have to bend some rules to survive. Of what use is a law if following it leaves no one alive to follow it, right? Strangely enough, Intel has been completely unable to locate the Monitor's actual position, though it may be the case that someone in the Wayback knows.
The planetary engine-ways and decay, waybackers no longer have faith in flat currencies. A barter economy has returned to the wayback, one which you will have to engage with to arm and equip your soldiers. So yeah, black market. If you go to black market, we can recruit some locals, yeah, but it costs us 240 materials, supplies, whatever you want to call it. But we don't have anything that would scale the price, as they say. So yeah, this is the black market. It refreshes once in a while, and we mostly will be buying weapons from them, apart from weapons and armor found on the battlefield. Right. Here's our squads. Just as we equip them. What do we have first? We have magazine pouches, so currently we could equip our soldiers with additional ammo, because probably can. This is our truck, our APC, light troop carrier, which currently only has 50 cal, and we may able to get something else while doing the missions. Right, currently every squad has maximum. Each squad can have 8 squaddies. Well, a nice start. Game crashed. Right, here's our ship, but I want to go and see the list of squaddies, and I don't remember where it was. I think it was here. So yeah, this is the squaddies. These are the only people that can actually rename. So if you want to be part of a squad, please give me a name and I'll put you whenever I will not be recording. So you have 8, you have 8, And you have 8, and I believe maybe everyone. No, we have few spare. Right. And now I need to set up everything again because I did not save. Let's hope that the crash is more related to the game rather than my PC, because I'm currently not sure if my PC is stable or unstable, especially looking at XCOM and its crashes and Phoenix Point and its crashes. Alright, so now we have some missions and campaigns that we may choose. Here's our first group, led by Xiao Xiao, the backbone, and we'll be doing missions for them. We'll be getting trust. With trust, we will be getting some blueprints so we can upgrade our carrier, cruiser, Impetus. We currently have damaged medical bay, so so it allows us to have 1 free resurrection of a downed squad mates. If more, well, then the chances drop. And we can get all sorts of nice little upgrades. Not sure if you build one and decide to know when can you replace it, or is this permanent. No one, I believe, who I watched play the early access mentioned the thing, but we'll probably learn soon enough. Then we have Dance of the Gods. Let's take a closer look at the backbone first. Seeing themselves as the true rulers of the system, the Unban have turned their bountiful Earth-like planet into a massive military-industrial complex. The notion of ulterior motives does not enter our analysis of them whatsoever, despite their thorny exterior. They are very forward about their intentions of one day ruling their way back. Rulers of the backbone come to power via a complicated election process wherein candidates must sacrifice a piece of themselves physically. This ensures that they're all in for fulfilling the role, and also they do this best for the very constituents their crippled bodies must now depend upon. Right. And we have Dice of the Gods, a shadow group of criminals run dice, and maintaining a front of tourism and gambling on an otherwise inhospitable snow planet. Intel analysis found strong influences of criminal elements, such that society is essentially lawless the moment you step away from a heat source. Frankie in Salustio is the face of the shadow benefactors who operate much of the planet's gambling and tourism hotspots. And then we have the Zen Beecher Corp. Although dwarfed by even the smallest peers in the greater core worlds, Zen Beecher is the biggest megacorp in the way back, having contracts with almost every faction in the system. ZB has spun a delicate web of interests and financial ties to ensure their fingers are in as many pies as possible. It has been unable to locate the hands of the Zane Beecher megacorp, just as well as any assessment of them is somewhat dependent upon all the company's product. Given the nature of the product line, we can assume they are driven by a mixture of scientism and commercialism. Right. And this is the things you could get from them. I control logistics, auto laser center turret, and whatnots. We work it out later, and for each we can start a campaign on any of them worlds.
Major, Intel has something for
Yes,
service. The Black
let's
Mark.
read that again. So we can start seeing, picking them and checking what you can get. What you want, right? What do we have? Airdrop minefield, drug laboratory, Mixer workshop. That means the resources we trade in has better value. Smoke. This is for vehicles. Repair bay. Orbital strike. More commodity. I'm not sure who I should start with. Because we'll be working with everyone for starters, but I don't know how later things will go. And I think starting with a fixer workshop will be nice. So maybe. Right. Oops. So what do we have? This is alien infestation. This is alien infestation on a desert world planet, right? And this is port invasion and pirate fleets. This expires in 3 turns, or rather 3 campaigns, right? This expires in 4 campaigns, and this is the closest to expire, so let's start with this operation. And I think I just want to save, just in case the game crashes again. So yeah, what do we have? We have 2 starting mission points. The first one gives us more OCI points for this operation. If we do this, generally we should aim about, static upgrades like weapons and whatnots. This is supply crate commodity, so it's trading materials, but we also need to check because this is branching. So if we start here, we can start here, we can only go here or here. So what's this inline? Hunting lodge, we get 2 hunters squads for the final mission. Here we're going to get intelligence. So it's not permanent, and here we get more damage. So I think we should start with this thing because we get the commodity. So it's more resources to have for barter, and then we go for this to have more damage against the final boss for the final area. Right, this is rescue settlers. Difficulty 1 skull. Aliens have been provoked by settlers, disturbing their habitats and are swarming a frontier settlement. Rush in, exterminate the creatures, and save as many settlers as we can. So our primary objective is save civilians by destroying 80% of all attacking enemies, and there is a side objectives. Side objectives give you promotion points, so you want to complete them as many as possible. So yeah, we need to save as many civilians as possible. Structures destroyed, that's and not losing squad. Alright. So this is our tutorial for the map of deployment. We already done that in the demo. We don't have any additional weapons or whatnots, no armors. So I think we are all set. So since we do not have any intel at all, we just don't know what, where, and where is. This is our deployment area. Yeah, and we currently we are currently a little above the limit. So I guess we just need to reduce the squaddies size until we match our deployment max. So we have now 614 out of 630. I think we should stick together for now, since we are only 4.
Let's get this started.
Right. So, if you don't remember, turn order is something like that. It's not like typical XCOM, your turn, their turn. It's sort of round robin, so you pick a squad, do it thingy, and turn. Next, then goes to civilians and probably aliens, and then back to you, selecting another squad. And once all the squads are finished,
Orders.
you end the round, and a new round begins. While you can select soldiers at your own will, AI is more sort of predictable and it always uses like the same units at the same time. So your best bet is to sort of remember what order and the AI is moving, so you know. So
Orders.
you can eliminate the nearest threat. So for example, there is no point of shooting an enemy that's already moved.
Ready, Major.
Always ready.
And will stay in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And I see we are at night and during snowstorm, so we currently don't see.
Hold tight. Stay safe. Sir?
We for now stay,
Orders
because there might be many other.
on our way.
Sir?
They didn't do. I think they did their turn because flashing. 40 to shoot. How much? 16 means you will not be able to shoot.
Engaging the enemy.
Don't worry. They'll get
Let's do this.
And they're murdering civilians there, which is not great.
Yeah.
Sir?
Helping. And they're being.
Got them on the run.
And we already lost a squad mate. As long as
On target.
we don't lose anyone, he will recover.
Orders.
Eyes open.
Let's hunker down for better accuracy and start to eliminate one of you.
Best of the best.
Thanks.
Moving.
One more.
Yeah.
Orders, Major?
If only 55, so no, you need to start shooting. So we can manage to kill it.
Yeah. Gauge is done.
Right.
Best of the best.
We could use some help, Major.
There you go.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
And the rest of the aliens probably should be somewhere over here.
Sir?
Don't load that.
Found any cover?
Orders.
Let's do this.
And considering they are not shooting at any civilians, I think we have time.
No papers, no license, no.
Also, rotating the vehicle counts because, as you can see, vehicles have armor all over the place. So frontal, sides, and of course rear. And the frontal armor is most of the time just like little tanks,
Sir?
the most, the highest.
Roger!
Orders? Move it, Marines!
Let's do this. Moving to waypoint.
Yeah.
I see nothing. Here comes the spiderlings.
Here we go! Great
Okay.
shot!
On our way!
Also, I believe there's also friendly fire,
Let's
so
do this.
you also need to watch out because you can accidentally kill your own squad mates or damage your vehicles.
Hup. Spuggerinos.
Were we hit or did he miss?
Yeah.
I think he missed.
Sir? On target! Like I trained!
Yeah.
Orders? Kill confirmed!
Yeah. Orders! Move it,
No,
Marines!
sir.
Engage hostile!
And he damaged our vehicle. Something I would like avoid in the future.
Try again.
I want to see that out of you, 103rd.
Whatever. Orders?
Let's do this.
And here we have Young and the Warriors.
Contact!
Yeah.
Sir?
Orders! Keep it up!
Sir? Receiving the cover!
Kind of afraid of going that way.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Bugs.
Come on. Stop
Sir?
hitting.
Orders? Taking cover.
I think they bugged off.
Shoot to kill.
Sir? Eyes open. Always ready. On target.
I still got it.
I missed.
Sir?
Yes, that's the equivalent of anti-tank bug.
General Crozier and his staff would be proud of you.
Can we eliminate Blaster Bug for all the damage he's caused? And he's broken. And he's dead. Yeah, I don't think we'll manage to shoot them, or maybe. No. Unless. I think we eliminated everyone. It's only a shame that you took a lot of damage. That was two very well placed shot by the blaster bug. And then we have civilian supplies as promised. 4 xenoglands and 1 razor claw. I was expecting more. That's 40 and 65 total trade value from glands. Completed every side objective, so we got maximum promotion points. We didn't lose a squaddy because to our medical bay, Wappa was revived. And our kill count was mostly spread evenly, so we don't have any morale bonuses, because if you kill at least 4, I believe, 4 squads, you start getting positive finis. Of course, there is also negative if you start losing squads and whatnot. So technically you took 8 damage, and I believe it's you who lost a squaddy. So yeah, unlucky hit, and 8 damage, which is also unlucky. Alright, I think with the intros and whatnots, I think we'll finish for today. Next episode we will try to finish the campaign, hopefully with better results. And I probably definitely will not take this free skull mission, considering We had one skill mission and we took a heavy beating at least for a vehicle. And since we don't have a repair bait, his vehicle will not be repaired. So yeah, unless we have some skills and that allow us to repair in between missions. But I don't think so. Anyway, we can go and start leveling up some people because of the recruitment points. And I think I want my assaults start being assaults. But I just need to think about how are we going to progress. So anyway,